My name is Jimena Gamarca Macas. Today I am going to talk about my presentation. My research is entitled Using Songs to Reduce Listening Anxiety and Support Listening Skills. This research focuses on the most biggest challenge faced by English as foreign language learning listening anxiety. And for my this research, it contains the introduction, literature review, methodology, results and discussion, conclusion, and recommendations. Through this presentation, I will explain why is the problem. It's important the theoretical foundations of my study and how the previous research support the using of songs in English language teaching. And based on this, it's important to mention listening. Why is important listening anxiety? Listening anxiety refers to apprehension learning experience during listen tasks. According to Chain et al. 2023, causes of anxiety include inadequate teaching strategies, insufficient time to process information, the fear, and nervous. Also, songs improve vocabulary and serves to practical research for educational institutions, especially in the public institutions, because it's common that not have the appropriate resources or have the limited budgets, especially in Ecuador, according to Barshlat 2021. Listening is one of the essential language skill. However, it is usually considered the most difficult skill for English learners because students have the process pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar, and the meaning at the same time. When students cannot understand spoken English, they often become nervous, frustrated, and lose the confidence. These emotional reactions generate listening anxiety, with negative effects in their academic performance. Many English learners experience moderate listening anxiety, making of the most of these important language skills also one of the most stressful. This study explored whether songs could become part of the solution of this problem. And it's important because listening comprehension is essential for the successful communication. If students improve their listening skills, they can also improve their speaking, pronunciation, vocabulary, and confidence. Moreover, songs are an inexpensive and accessible motivation. Also, it's easy to use and incorporate into English lessons. The main objective for this research was to evaluate the effectiveness of using English songs to reduce listening anxiety, while support listening comprehension skills among high school students learning English as a foreign language. To answer this, the research question are how do songs affect learners' listening anxiety levels, and do songs-based activities lead to measured reduction in anxiety compared to traditional listening tasks? And the last question is how do students perceive learning through songs? According to this research question, the main objective is to evaluate the role songs to reduce listening anxiety and improve listening comprehension in EFL learners. Also to ask how songs to support listening skills develop and comprehension. And finally, to identify the new practice or activities for integrated songs and language learning context. Okay, for the literature review was organized into four main majors. Um, because the first part is the listening skills, all the topics about related with this. It explains the listening skills in EFL language learning. The second is analyze the listening anxiety, all the topics related with this. And the third part is the benefit of the songs. It reviews a previous international studies of this. And this could the pedagogical use of songs. The last is about the previous studies of the and related with this topic. According with these skills, and listening skill refers to listening. It's a good ability and in the most important ability to acquire or receive to the interpret the spoken language in communication. Also recognizing and processing the sounds and words. Um, the students the students can formulate appropriate replies based on the understanding. And listen is considered the foundation of the language acquisition. Researchers explain that listening precedes speaking because learners first received language input before producing language. Good language comprehension improves pronunciation, vocabulary, and acquisition for the language. The next topic, the most important, is the listening anxiety. Listening anxiety, as I mentioned before, is an apprehension of fear experienced during the listening task. And it refers to the tension or worry and fear students experience while trying to understand spoken English. And some researchers identify this with several causes, including fast speech or unfamiliar words, new vocabulary, fear of making mistakes, and the limited listening practice. High anxiety reduces concentration and negative effects of learning. And the last is the benefits of songs. Songs create a relaxing learning environment that increases motivation and also increasing the pronunciation, improve the pronunciation, refer the vocabulary, and learn a new words. Also expose learners to authentic English. And it structures repeatedly is more dynamic. Music calm psychological anxiety and create a more relaxing environment. Also increase the learning motivation in the class. About the previous studies about early 2020 concluding that songs create a supportive, engaging, that environment facilitates the comprehension and reduce the anxiety. Another previous study that of this topic is of Sotomayor Cantos in 2024. This study analyzed that songs can reduce language anxiety, and this create a more positive emotions in the students. Uh, all this previous study found that music improves listening performance, increases the motivation, and in several contexts also reduce the anxiety. That's for all for this topic, and thank you.